Hey, good morning, guys. This is Johnny Sunshine Phillips. Whoa, Jackson. Looking like death warmed over this morning. Yeah. Anyways, I'm coming to you live from my kitchen. See this table, man? I found that in the house that they were tearing down across the street when I got the air conditioning unit, which I sold the other day because it wasn't the right size. I flipped it for a $500 profit, guys. I sold it for $700. I paid $2, and but anyways, I still have this table, workbench, which works out great, man. Look at this shit. I got a big enough kitchen where I always it wasn't big enough to have a normal island, but man, this works out good, man. I'm a chef among my many other talents. Anyways, poop, look at this. This guy who stays here, look at how meticulous he is. This stove is literally surgically cleaned. Yeah, he's got issues, man. He's got issues, and I'm benefiting from them. Yeah. Anyways, I want to tell you, yesterday it's hot as shit down here. Yesterday I went to AutoZone. I got some R22. It cost me a lot of money. I spent, I don't know, $60, I think, for gas and the rig to get it in my truck, which I probably have 5 of them around somewhere. But the gas itself is only $10 a can, but my air conditioning system's shot. The vacuum canister on the system, which opens the vents, that's been shot for probably 5 years, so I got a zip tie holding the door open instead of using the vacuum, so the switches don't work. But anyways, I'm kicking around the idea, instead of putting in a new air conditioning system with an evaporator and all the shit that comes along with it, very expensive, in a 20-year-old truck, I'm thinking of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I need some input on this, guys. I'm thinking of buying a portable generator, gas, Coleman or Honda, one of them real nice quiet ones. Carve out a space on the outside of my truck and fire up a portable electric air conditioner, and get air conditioning into the cab of my truck. And I could probably do that for $1,000 rather than spending $3,000 or $4,000 putting an new air conditioning system in an old truck with over 100,000 miles on it. So I'm gonna have to get some pricing. I mean, the square footage, the cubic feet in the cab of my truck is tiny. I mean, I literally can get the smallest air conditioner I can find, and hopefully it's enough. The power from those generators will be enough to get that thing started. Once it's started, it's going to be fine. It's the initial startup that takes a lot of juice. But I'm kicking that idea around. If you guys, anybody's got any insight on that, I would appreciate it. If anybody's done it, look at this place, man. Bella, say good morning. Say good morning. Good morning. Hello there. Gussie's over there, right in the way, always. Yeah, I know, he's kind of a pain in the ass. Yeah. Billy, you're beautiful. Billy, you wanna go, do you wanna go, would you like to go to the supermarket? Would you rather go to a park? Gus is like, what's he talking about? What's he talking about? I don't know, Bella, tell me. All right, shh. You gotta be quiet. So this dude, this guy who's staying here, he's up all fucking night cleaning, and he sleeps all day. It works out great for me. But anyways, it is what it is. So I got to go back to that job I was at yesterday with the toilet stop. That's all good, but when I got home, there was a message, and I questioned in the beginning. You didn't see the first, the beginning of the opening monologue for that because I deleted it somehow. It didn't make it onto the tape, but I talked about, she said that her water bill was very high from a leak on a shutoff valve in the bathroom. Well, when she said that to me, I thought, well, you gotta have water all over the floor then, you know, like a lot of water. And so I thought maybe she just got confused and she was actually talking about the fill valve in the toilet, but it was the stop. And anyway, so I replaced all that, put a couple new flappers in, and I get a message after I left that, hey, we checked the water meter and it's still spinning, which this is the first I've heard of that. So anyways, she's got a leak under the slab. It's a huge building. There's no hot water. It's just cold water. So it'd be very, very easy. Those bathrooms are right at the front of the building where the water service comes in. I'm thinking the quickest fix. I'm not going to spend a lot of time trying to figure out where this leak is. I'm just going to say, hey, I need to figure out if it's on the water service or the pipes in the building. If it's the pipes in the building, she needs to repipe that. It's got copper in there. I'll repipe that. It's all cold. We got 2 lavatories and 2 toilets on an outside wall. I could put the plumbing on the inside of the bathrooms, just run one line from one bath to the other. And then she's got a hose bib in the very back of the building, which I suspect that's where the leak is on that line going back to that hose bib. So I'm just going to run PEX up in the attic. It's probably 60 feet deep, man, but you can buy a 100-foot roll of PEX. And I'm thinking just run PEX through those open trusses up there and strap it down, and then use CPVC on the drops so it looks a little neater than the PEX, and repipe the building. Basically, it's all open. Should be an easy job. I'll put a shut-off valve on that PEX down low so they can isolate that because there's an issue with people, homeless people, you know, using water at night. They'll come in, they'll creep in there out of the woods and take a shower in the back of your fucking shop. One of their favorite spots, I learned, was the garbage can washes at restaurants because they got hot water. And these fuckers are out there 3 a.m, buck naked, taking a hot shower in a garbage can wash, man. Imagine that. And you can flip the switch and get the old fucking dingleberries off. Throw on the garbage can wash and, you know, get a fucking douche. Anyways, so that's my first job today. I got to go back there. And that'd be an opportunity for me to make a little bit of money on this one. It's easy. It's all open. I mean, a repipe like that, it can't get any easier. I just hope it's on the service going into the building and not the water service coming from the meter to the building, because it's under a fucking 25-foot wide driveway. If they ran 1 inch, it's possible I could snake, because there's so little pipe, I might be able to sling a 1/2-inch piece of pipe through that, or 3/4, you know, some PEX, and use that 1 inch water service. If it is 1 inch, use that as a sleeve. So I got to determine where the leak is, though. I'm gonna put a new valve on I know this is a long opening monologue and I won't have much to say. I'll probably have to say it all again when I get there, but I need to put a good ball valve. He's got a gate valve on the building, and they're using the ball valve at the backflow for the main shutoff because they know that gate valve's a problem. So I'm thinking I need to, at a minimum today, put a ball valve on there so that I can isolate the water service from the building and then pressure test it. I can throw a gauge on the test cock on the backflow, and I can put a gauge on the hose bib on the building and determine where the leak is, and then make my moves accordingly once I figure out where the internal bleeding is. It's almost like being a doctor, man. You know, plumbing and human anatomy are very, very close, man. You've got systems, things moving around. You got to figure it out, man. I am a doctor. Yeah, I'm a poop doctor. The poop doctor. Yeah, not the pipe doctor. The poop doctor. Anyways, we'll see what we can get into today, guys. Hey, guys, look at this. Yeah. That's fucking crazy. Who the fuck does that? Can you say OCD? Yeah. Cheers, guys. Gotta get the smoothie. Good for you, man. A little bit of protein powder, a little collagen. You too could look like this. I just want to tell you, man, in my smoothie, avocado, a whole banana, dark cherries, two scoops of blueberries, 3 times the antioxidants, at least that's what it says on the bag, and then some peaches, some mango, you know, and then yogurt, fat-free Greek yogurt. It's good shit, man. Gives you energy. It's better than coffee, man. Sometimes coffee don't get you moving, but this is really gonna be a bad video because of all the talking. Yeah. All right, guys, so I'm here. This is all pretty, this is dry. This ain't leaking here, but I got a hose bib here. Got a 3/4 inch ball valve. I'm gonna cut this off and put a shock bite on here. Ball valve, so in the event the leak is on the inside, I can just adapt to come right out of that ball valve with CPVC and repipe this joint. So that's the plan, man. Alright, guys, so I'm gonna cut this service. Like I said, I'm gonna put a shock bite ball valve on there just in case the leak is on the inside. I'll be able to just disconnect it and go with new CPVC. That's what I'm gonna repipe it in. I have to. Yeah. Ouch. Hit my thumb, man.
busted that open again. Let me go dip it in the toilet, clean it out. Old Johnny Shock Bite's getting low on shock bites. I don't think I've been to the supply house in 2 weeks, man. Just feeding off of my stock. Very easy to spend a bunch of money in a supply house, guys. So the water's off. Get a good ground wire there. I think it's in the building, guys, and I'm going to tell you why. Because yesterday when I took that valve apart, I was surprised that absolutely no water came out of that valve. And you can, if you watch that tape, you'll see that I said, wow, that's great. But then I realized it's because there's probably a leak under the slab, and a good one. That doesn't have to be as clean as you would need it if you were going to solder, guys, using shark bites. So hopefully I can get these around. Good old 15s. I like the old ones with the smaller handle. That big handle just doesn't feel right to me. See this? There's water in this pipe. That's a good sign. That's telling me that the water service is not the issue, which is actually the best case scenario for this place because of the driveway situation. So basically, I just need to turn the water on and see if this thing, if the meter's still spinning. If it's still spinning, then we got a fucking issue inside. Johnny Sunshine. It's hot, bro. It's hot, man. You gotta be parking your car in the shade, your trucks. Yeah. All right, so the water's back on. Meter's still spinning. Meter's still spinning. It's not good. And I know I have water right up to this stop, so it's not like it's compressing air or anything in there. Ma'am?
Yes.
Do you want to come out and look at this diamond, you know, to see if it's spinning at the same rate it was before? Were you looking at it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about what it was.
Unfortunately, that means it's on the water service.
Oh.
Because the meter, the shutoff valve, I put a new one on. I didn't tie it into the building.
Oh.
And,
So it's somewhere between here and there.
correct.
So we have to get like smooth or something?
Probably, yeah. But I want to do, while I'm here, I'm going to tie this back together and pressurize this side of the building and make sure we're all good inside. Make sure it's holding pressure, okay? So I'll get it tied together and we'll go from there. So it looks like this leak is on the outside of the building, guys. The good thing is it's tar, it's not cement, and I've actually used a ditch witch, and you're able to cut right across the tar without an issue. You can cut a pretty clean ditch. So it needs a new water service. Unfortunately, there's a bunch of oak trees out there, which is probably the culprit. But old Johnny boy, he don't dig in search of leaks anymore. Okay. I gotta get my cutters, guys. Alright guys, so this is pretty tight. Take a little more off. Fuck out of my frame, grass. Okay. Now it's a little short. What are you gonna do, guys? I'm gonna fucking glue it together. That's what I'm gonna do. So I need to let that glue set up for a minute. I mean, it is outside. 5 minutes will be good enough. So I need to get a gauge on up here on this valve, so I can test the pressure in the building and make sure that that's not leaking. I'm gonna go in and shut the toilets off. That's the only plumbing in there. The lavatories are not dripping. Oh yeah. Toilet's running because I had to go to the bathroom again when I got here. Fucking can't believe it. So you want to tighten down the packing nut when you're doing a pressure test. Look at how quick that died. It's probably because the toilet's running in there. Time for a new gauge. Let me go see, make sure everything's shut off in the bathroom. Alright guys, so everything in the building is off. And this guy's holding pressure. So it's definitely a leak between the meter and this valve. Where it is, I don't know. There's no signs of water anywhere. I'm just not gonna be doing any digging, man. Not in this sun. They're gonna have to call a locate company to figure out where this leak is. This seems to be dropping. Really need a better gauge. This one's kind of nasty, but let me let it sit for 10 minutes, see what happens. Gotta have the fan, man, even when you're outside. It's tough out here in that sun beating down on you. We need Mexicans, guys. Stop chasing them away. They work in this shit all day with a smile on their face, dancing around. Stop fucking with them people. Alright guys, so I shut the stops off to the toilets. And I pressure tested the building again. And the building's holding pressure. So I think the toilets may have needed to top off a little bit more the first time because both of them were filling when I turned the water back on. So it's all good on the inside of the building. Unfortunately, the water service, there is a leak on it. And I mean, the fact that these bushes are green, it may hopefully the leak is right here in this bed, where they made the transition from the copper to PVC. But that tree out there behind the truck on the left hand side, that's probably the problem. I'll show you that meter. I think I already have. I'm not gonna bother. But yeah, she's got a new shut-off valve out here, and at least they got that. That needed to be repaired, so this wasn't a total waste of a trip. But she's going to call a leak detection company because I've given up trying to dig them up and find it, you know. She's just going to have to pay to have them come out or find another plumber who's willing to start searching. But I'd rather have them expose it, and I'll fix it. Hey guys, and the heat stress monster is out today, man. I'm all done on that job. I was able to isolate. There doesn't seem to be an issue in the garage itself. It appears that it's isolated to the water service. It's between the meter and house, the main shutoff valve that I put on, not a house, but a building. And it's all asphalt driveway, which is a better scenario actually than concrete, because you can cut right through that with a ditch witch. You know, once you get it located, make sure there's not a power source under there too, in the same ditch or close by. So she's just gonna call sleuth, because I'm not gonna dig it up. I'm not gonna spend 5 hours out there killing myself trying to find a leak, when they can just come out and put air on it and pressurize the system. And she said her bill went from $25 a month, pretty standard, to last month it was $100, so three or four times what it normally is. It's getting worse. She said first it went from 25 to 50, and now this month it went to 100. So yeah, once it's found I can fix it, but other than that I'm done there. There was a little spot inside the building on the way really to that hose bib in the back. It looked like you know, nobody knew why the spot was there. It could be that she has a I don't know, an intermittent leak. Sometimes you have such a small leak, and in a static condition, sometimes a piece of debris will find its way in there and plug that hole up, and then you use the hose bib or whatever and it washes that out, and then it's leaking again until something else fills the hole. But I don't like looking for leaks. It's tricky shit. It takes a lot of time, and it'll make you look like a fucking idiot a lot of times. So I'm happy to get the hell out of there, to be honest. All right, I gotta look at my phone and see what came in, see where I'm heading, man. If not, I'm happy with just going home, man, to be honest with you. It's too fucking hot out here, man. I'm ready to take a month off, man. Let's fucking throw in the towel for a month. It's hot. Look at my head, man. Sweating, doing nothing. Alright guys, that's it. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all of you. Love your comments, you know, especially the obvious ones, you know. Yesterday, hey bro, you scared the fuck out of me, man. Dude comes out of nowhere on a bike riding across the street in front of me. Anyways, yeah, one guy said, hey, it's great that you're washing your hands out in a toilet with 2 cuts on it. Thanks, appreciate your concern. He's cool, he's always commenting. One guy says, I love them old valves. You know, the ones you turn in, OCR 19. The next guy says, I hate them, they should outlaw them. Everybody's got an opinion, guys. Everybody's got an opinion. My opinion today is it's fucking hot out here. Ugh, hotter than hell out here. Huh? It's hotter than hell out here. Yeah.